Madison?
And we're back.
Nah, come on.
I can cut this. I can
No,
cut
we
this.
got to leave this
No,
in. This is gold. I think,
This is what happens when you take a year off.
yeah. Ready. And cue the intro. Welcome back, everyone, to the
Welcome.
2-in-1.
You gotta
He
leave it
wasn't
in.
going. He
You have
wasn't
to. He
going.
was not going. I don't know what he's doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's happening right now. We're the 2-in-1 Golf Podcast. We haven't done this in a long time.
As you
Over a
can tell.
year.
As you can
Yes.
tell.
Over a year. The last time we recorded was January 9th. It's currently January 13th. But we recorded January 9th in 2025. It's currently obviously 2026 as you all are listening to this. And we were supposed to start this podcast at 9 o'clock. It's currently 9:25. Madison Hill has some internet issues, some audio issues. He's got everything. But here we are, sitting down,
We're back.
talking everything, not just golf, can be anything. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Doing great. You know, it's good to be back. It's really good to be back. I've missed this.
Yeah, I second that.
And I think more importantly, the fans have missed this.
Let's hope.
A select few.
The
Yes.
fan, maybe the fan, has missed this.
Fan.
No, it's good to be back. Obviously, as Sterling said, had just about every issue you could have trying to do one of these podcasts, but I think maybe we've got it. I don't know. I guess we'll hear when it comes out inevitably.
Yeah. So, guys, to lead us off, I think we've got to start with the news of the day. You know, there's a huge return back to the PGA Tour. People said that it couldn't be done. You know, the greatest legal minds in the country were working on this. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of work, but Vijay Singh is coming back to the PGA Tour.
I was really hoping you weren't going to go Brooks. I was kind of hoping you'd go Tiger Woods in the like Letterman jacket. Have you guys seen that already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Tiger Woods wearing the Sunday red. I guess it's like a Letterman style varsity jacket. Into TGL tonight. With 50 on the side of the left sleeve, and he's got the limp, but obviously it's not a swag limp. It's like an injured limp. But man, is it so funny to see him wearing that jacket.
It looks
so
worse.
you're talking about? Are you talking about this jacket?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It doesn't look bad in that picture. I think it does look bad, but it looked a lot worse when he was walking into TGL.
That's epic.
I mean, he's like Tiger Woods is like the definition of your own person. Like he probably thinks that jacket is the coolest thing in the world. Obviously, when you're the GOAT, we're just gonna sit here and like joke about it. But like if you're a player 250th in the world, like you're getting ripped to shreds if you wear something like that.
Yeah, I mean only he can pull it off. But let's bring that back up. And you've got the break between the words sun and day, but why do they have the D on one side of the buttons and the AY on the other? I mean, there's a natural break right there for you. I think we need to be consulting on his branding.
Why not just put the logo there? Just put the tiger across the chest, or maybe just top left, the left chest, and just let that rock. I don't know. It looks horrendous though.
God.
But yes, in other news, PGA Tour related, Brooks Koepka is back and playing honestly this month, which is absolutely insane. I don't think anyone thought it was going to happen this quickly, but it did.
I think it's just a coup for Roll-Up. It really is. I think with this, he's announced his presence with authority. He's committed and he said, look, you know, I'm running the show now. We're going to operate like a real business. I think that anybody who is going to decide to have an issue with this on the tour, he's going to tell them that, your opinions are welcomed, but they're just your opinions. And, we're going to act like a business and not worry too much about what you think personally.
Yeah, I think it's ultimately it's a good get for the PGA Tour. I mean, there's been this back and forth for so many years now, and of course, you think of who Brooks Koepka was. For a while when it came to the majors, you had to talk about Brooks. He had to be in the conversation. Getting him back in more than just whatever the majors are that year is going to be great for the tour. The thing I thought was interesting was kind of that. I wouldn't say it was a line drawn in the sand, maybe squiggled in there a little bit with that February 2nd date for Rahm and Cam Smith and DeChambeau to make a decision. But I mean, obviously they've all recommitted to live. So do you think that this comes back up maybe next year, or what do you think the play is?
Yeah, I think next year we see the exact same thing with Bryson. He said he was locked in pretty much for 2026. Um, I think it'll be a carbon copy of this is what Brooks did. Bryson's doing the same thing. I don't know how long John Rahm's contract is locked in for, if anyone knows off the top of their head.
I think 2 more
Two
years.
more years.
Yeah.
So he's on live for 26 and 27. He can come back 28.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's the case. And I've also heard that while Brooks had some exit clauses in his contract, or some ways to get out where he wouldn't lose his shirt financially. Not sure that Rahm's got the exact same thing. So, but yeah, I think that the February the 2nd deadline was really just to be able to put an end on this chapter and say, look, after the 2nd, we're not going to talk about this anymore for a while, and then they can revisit. But I think it just sends a clear message that, Roll App wants the PGA Tour to be the preeminent professional golf product out there, and he's not afraid to potentially upset some of the lesser lights on the PGA Tour in order to get the players back that he wants to have back. I gotta hand it to him. We were saying this in DMs, but the way he crafted the eligibility was just truly savage, and I really I gotta take my hat to him, that just to make sure that no, Phil, we're good without you, buddy.
Yeah. It kind of like, for me, it makes me think of like, all right, who do we want? Like my process would be, all right, who do we want? And let's work back from that. Obviously, they made it very clear who they wanted. It was the 4 players that we've already mentioned. And yeah, just to cut it off right at 2022, because obviously Phil won in 21. I was a little surprised though that Neiman didn't get a look. I guess he didn't do enough in his short PGA Tour career to kind of, I mean, I don't like become a star. Like, yeah, great golfer, but wasn't a star. So, like you said, it's a business, and we're looking for stars on the PGA Tour.
I think,
Yeah, that was like kind of the only person that shocked me.
I think it's more of like, who's going to get the most, in a way, who's going to get the most clicks, who's going to get the most views, and it is those 4 players. I never really thought Cam Smith would come back. I think Cam Smith has a good time just on live with Mark Leishman and his buddies. Like, I think he's good with that. And he, from the beginning, he said it was never really about the money, and you heard that from everyone. But I think for most of the other ones, it kind of was about the money. I think for him, it was just like, Mark Leishman wasn't a stellar player on tour at that point anymore. And, if there's a place where he can play with all his buddies, spend some time in Australia, bring some events back down there, I think he's good with that. Bryson is going to be the really interesting one. And, obviously he's in contract renegotiations right now with Liv, because his contract is up at the end of 2026. And I just wonder what his move will be at the end of this.
Yeah, I think that, first of all, Bryson definitely does need to send a really nice fruit basket to Brooks for all that leverage that Brooks just laid right at his doorstep there. Um, I got to be honest. The only way I see Bryson coming back is if it looks like Liv is going to cease to be a functioning entity. Because I think that Liv is perfect for Bryson. Bryson is perfect for Liv. Bryson being out of the public eye 48 weeks out of the year for the most part, and being able to really carefully curate his image on YouTube for those 48 weeks, and then really only, being on public display for 4 weeks is great for him, because you're not getting complaints about fire ants or locker room attendance, or even his complaints about his equipment. They're not getting picked up like they are, when he's out on the PGA Tour, and he can really control his image a lot better this way. And yeah, I think he's the one guy that it's really worked out for, that Liv has really worked in his favor.
Yeah, for sure.
Rahm is kind of the one that I feel like is kind of looking out the window, and he's like, oh man, I miss you guys. I wish I could be there with you, but I'm locked into this freaking ironclad contract that they've got me they got me signed to. But I really felt like he thought that he was going to be the domino that toppled everything and made him come back together, and that didn't happen. And now he's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just cash the checks.
Yeah, I mean, like, unfortunately, like, the results just never came for really anyone on Live in the majors except for Brooks and Bryson. They're the only players on Live who have made any noise in the major championships, and really without results, like, who really cares? But I want to kind of get into, what do we expect? Like, what do we either hope to see from Brooks this season, or like what do we expect to see from him with him making his first start at the end of the month at Torrey Pines?
I mean, I don't know. I think just being able to see kind of like maybe a happier Brooks. Obviously, when Brooks was kind of going through the injuries, he just wasn't happy in a lot of those things. And I don't take what you want out of those Instagram posts about his being back on the PGA Tour. Between himself, his wife, obviously excited about it as well. But like, I think just him out there and really kind of embracing the PGA Tour and the fans embracing him would be a win for him this year. Now, I would love to see him contend in the regular field events, but also in the majors this year as well. I think that would be it would be a big statement for the PGA Tour. Like, hey, look, we put our money where our mouth is. We said we're going to give him a shot back. Very clear expectations of what he has to do to come back to the PGA Tour, and look, it's paid off for us.
Yeah. What do I expect to see coming out of the gate? Rust. That's literally what I expect to see, because he hasn't played much competitive golf. The last competitive golf he was playing wasn't great. Looking at him on Data Golf, they've got him at 159 in the world. They got him behind Sahith and just ahead of Webb Simpson. Yeah, Webb
Wow.
Simpson. They're saying his what do we got here? His current strokes gained is about minus 0.75, but it's up a little bit from 10 rounds ago where he was minus 1.2. So, maybe starting to come back. But I think it's going to be Russ. He's going to need a couple tournaments to get himself back into shape, I think. Could he? So what's he going to play? Torrey, and then after that, is it going to be Waste Management? Is it going to be Phoenix?
I think it was Torrey, Waste Management. He's obviously not invited to any of the elevated events on, like, I think he can earn his way in, but obviously nothing is guaranteed right now. So I think he's out on Pebble.
I mean, he's always played well in Phoenix. It'd be interesting to see if he could have something, have something together, find some feels, and maybe do something in Phoenix. And then all of a sudden, it could be interesting.
Yeah, I've got a little wager with a guy where I work at Belmont that Brooks will get a PGA Tour win in the next 3 years.
3 years.
3 years, can't be a major, has to be a PGA Tour event.
And which side did you take?
I said yes.
I gotta think so.
Yeah, like just give me like a Wyndham or like a Fortinet, something casual.
I
We're
think
gonna
Phoenix next year, after he's played his way back,
yeah.
because he feasts there. He could definitely do that. Something like Riv, or if he can
One win.
If he can make the
in next
playoffs.
3 years.
Yeah. I think you're on the right side of that bet.
Hope so.
100%. Absolute lock.
This is interesting stuff here, folks. So you can hear Madison Hill just fine, I'm sure. I don't know about you, Mike, but I see his mouth moving. I haven't heard a thing. It's still moving. I still can't hear him.
I can't hear him either. I do not know what's here.
That's great. You're 60 minutes into the podcast and you thought you had all these issues figured out because you started 25 minutes late. Now we're just kind of back to square one. He can clearly hear us because he's got a smile on his face.
He's got a big old smirk on his face.
Not even muted. I think you actually are muted. You have a mute button on your mic?
Oh, like physically muted the mic?
Yeah.
Like hit the mute button on the mic? Oops. Could be, because I don't see the mute. Okay, now he's muted in the app and unmuted.
Wow.
Look at the fields that he's going to be in, though, or like that he's going to be allowed to be in.
Folks, the audio's just not coming through on our end. Wow, what a welcome back episode. Yeah, I think you're just gonna have to sit there and say maybe one thing every minute just to see if it comes back, Madison. And Mike and I are just gonna keep it rolling.
I'm going to take a drink.
We'll just lay out every now and then. I can't wait to see what we get when we get the actual local uploads. This is going to be fun. I can't wait to edit this one together.
There's always something. Let's see, where do we want to go next? Well, I guess since Madison can't really talk, we'll give his Chicago Bears a shout out. Mike and I being Giants fans, never had a chance. Even when we needed to lose, we couldn't. We started winning.
That was the most. It's funny. I was talking to one of my doctors who's a Steelers fan, and I'm like, yeah, we had control of our destiny.
Right.
We had a lock. We had a clear path to the number one.
Just had to lose.
Yeah, we can't even lose right.
Oh, you just have to lose, and you can't even do that. So, shout out to the Bears going to the divisional round.
They're fun to watch. I got to tell you, their games are crazy.
The 49ers are playing Seattle, right? Which means Chicago's playing the Rams.
They're playing the Rams. It's going to be in Chicago at night. It's going to be cold. It's going to be windy. It's going to be a mess. I can't wait.
Should be a good game, too. Like,
I think so.
Just with the Bears pass, I just count them out. I took Green Bay to win that game. Obviously, Green Bay was up for a majority of the game. Actually, I think Chicago didn't even run a single play when they were... Every play they ran, they were down.
They were down until
until they
scored at the end.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Chicago go far. I'll say this on here because I don't really care, but I don't want to see the Bills go anywhere. Not a fan of Josh Allen. I don't know why. Something about that guy. Maybe it's because him and Mahomes went back and forth, or not even back and forth because Mahomes always got the better of him, but. A lot of talk for a guy who hasn't really done much. So,
no, that's definitely the case. The only thing is, I had 2 William and Mary alums as coaches in the playoffs. Pittsburgh decided to forget how to play football. So, Mike Tomlin, not the way we wanted to see you go out. Be interesting to see what's next for him. But
how about him?
McVay is a William Mary alum as well, so I've still got that connection to. But I'm with you. I hate the Bills.
I did not know. McVeigh was a woman Mary alum.
Yep.
How about Mike Tomlin? He didn't get fired. He didn't quit. He stepped down.
Yep.
And like, maybe you can explain this to me, Mike. So he can't go interview for other jobs, or like, what's like the difference between obviously getting fired or quitting versus stepping down?
I don't know.
Oh,
This is the
okay.
first time I've heard of an NFL coach stepping down.
Yeah.
I'd heard talk that he wants to get into broadcasting, that he wants to get out of coaching at least for a while, which I can't blame him.
Yeah.
You know, I think he'd be good on TV. I think he'd be really good on TV, and let him do something like that for a while.
Any thoughts, Madison?
We'll lay out while you try to come in.
Got no thoughts.
Nice. Oh,
Hey, there's audio.
yeah. Say something else.
No.
You got to have thoughts on the
I think-
Bears. Come on.
Yeah, no, really excited. It's been a rough go of it over the last couple of years. The Packers game was, I mean, it was anxiety fueled. The way that first half went, I'm not really sure any way to comment on it other than I was ready to hang it up after that. So excited to see what we can do. I like Josh Allen, so I know you don't, Sterling. I'd heard that.
Yeah. What do you like? What do you like about him?
I just think he's kind of an approachable guy. He seems like a real guy.
Someone you could go hang a bit.
Yeah.
Someone you could go
be
and
like,
be
hey, Josh, you want to go play 9 real quick? He'd be like, yeah, sure. I'll get my clubs and go.
get that often, but you know,
Sterling won't.
I don't hang out with NFL quarterbacks like you do either, Madison. So
Man, I want to talk about TGL. And has anyone here watched a single shot live from TGL this year?
live, no,
Live.
no, sir.
Okay.
I
haven't-
watched the first match on DVR the night it occurred,
Yeah.
and that's been about it.
So I haven't looked at any ratings. This is just all off the dome. I haven't looked at anything. But they then decided to take TGL and make women's version of TGL. I think it would be really cool to mix it up, mix them into some of the teams. I just have a fear that having the women's only version, it's just not going to go well for them.
I was surprised to see that move, that there was going to be an all women's league. Yeah, I'm wondering. I think mix would have been really cool. I'm with you. I think that would have been. I think that would have been great. But you know, also you talk about scarcity. Roll app is all about scarcity, and I feel like, you know, this stuff, it's on so much, it's on different times, different days, different, you know, whatever. It's like I haven't been finding it. I
Yeah.
haven't been thinking about it.
I will say one thing that I think is pretty cool is they've changed up the holes a little bit. They have made them a little bit more crazy. The stinger hole where you like have to keep it under the rock is pretty cool. So they can continue to add holes like that. Like I don't think it's
I
gonna.
dig that. I love that hole, and the fact that, what is it? They have to keep it less than, what, about 10 feet, 8 feet off the ground. I'm hearing, like, you know, 1 degree launch angles.
Yes.
It's insane.
I've only heard launch angles. I haven't really heard like how low that rock is. Yeah, it's been pretty cool to see them keep it low, and then if they don't, obviously it just hits the rocks and goes into the water.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly here for the chaos. That's definitely something fun, and it looks like Billy Ho has just reprised his role as Mr. TGL, which
Yeah.
you love to see that.
Let's talk about some of the guys they brought in. So Cantlay, Justin Thomas out for injury. So they brought in Goddard.
Silver, New Jersey's own Chris Goddard.
Yeah. And then was it Billy Horschel, Goddard, and Lucas Glover? Or who they must have
Not in the
brought.
first match. Glover didn't play in the first match either.
So who else did they bring in? I know they have Akshay tonight for Team Jupiter, because no Tom Kim. They had Kisner, Max, and Akshay out there.
The second match for Atlanta, it was Horschel Goddard and Cantlay. First match. Oh, Corey Connors. That's right.
That's a interesting guy to bring in. I get why you'd bring him in. Hopefully, pulling some of the Canadian fans.
He played just fine.
Yeah, I mean everyone that has participated in it has played fine. I've actually heard some talks about how it's just not challenging enough.
Kevin Kisner would like a word.
That's true. I don't know. Have you? That was last year. I feel like this year is a little bit different. I saw him hit one shot today, and it just came up 20 yards short, but it was just fine.
I haven't watched tonight's match yet. So.
But I heard just like talks like the green is so pure, and there's no ball marks, no spike marks. Like it's pure. And the guys are just making every putt that they kind of look at, especially since the green and like the slopes and stuff won't change too much.
I think they're getting that more dialed, which is good. Roberto Castro on the broadcasts, I think, is definitely needed. I didn't need that much Matt Berry, and definitely didn't need as much Marty Smith as I was getting.
Yeah.
So somebody on the broadcast who knows something about golf makes it a little bit more watchable. I haven't been actively avoiding it; it just keeps slipping my mind, to be honest. I probably will watch, at least the recap tonight while I'm cutting this up. So
Yeah.
But is it appointment viewing? I don't think it is.
No.
Madison, what's your take?
Just trying to find my piece in here so it doesn't come in 10 minutes late. Yeah, I mean, I watched it pretty regularly last season. I honestly didn't even realize it had started. I kept seeing these clips on Instagram, and I thought they were just, from last season, then realized that it was in full swing, I guess. No pun intended. But, I'll get back into it. I'll watch it. I think one of the things that was kind of rumored or people were already kind of talking about was, do you potentially see Brooks show up on one of these teams, like the Jupiter Lynx guys? He's a big Jupe guy, so that would be interesting to see for sure. Maybe he could recoup some of his funds that way. I don't know what that looks like though. But I think kind of going back to your point about the LPGA getting their own version of it, there's been a lot of talk of Liv creating a female version of Liv to try and take all the best players, and the TGL was kind of created as a way of additional revenue for some of the players and all of that. So it could be the same thing that they're doing for that, just to kind of combat any conversation about a female version of Liv. But I think the big opportunity, I don't want to say miss for that, is how you think about how would they even format that? Like how many teams would they have? And then you think about the best players on the women's side outside of Lexi and Brooke and Nelly. What are you shaking your head for?
You did say the best players, correct?
No, I'm saying outside of like the top best players, like who else would they have?
Gotcha.
Like, who are the other big names that would draw people to watch?
Yep, that's hand up. That's on me. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I know there was a delay, so maybe you didn't get to the end of what my statement was before you made your assumptions. But yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I mean, well, last season didn't do the LPGA Tour a whole lot of favors with, where did they go? 26 straight events with 26 different winners until finally they had a they had a repeat. Yeah, they had a repeat winner, and it was late in the season, and I'm totally blanking on the one. Oh, Gino Titakum. Yeah. So, who is probably the best? Who probably is the best player in the women's game right now? And I'm a golf sicko, and I couldn't remember her name at instant recall. I think that if they did a co-ed thing, I think that would definitely be something that'd be a better draw, and they could focus on, Lexi, Nelly, Gino, a couple other, players, and find a way to get their stars some more money and, raise their stature a little bit. But, like looking at the LPGA final rankings last year, and, Gino finished at the top of the money list. Can you tell me who was second?
Lydia.
No.
Nope. Lydia.
Don't expose
Lydia
me.
did not have a good. She did not have a good season,
She got Hall of Fame. She was done.
to be quite honest. Yeah, I think she was set. You've got Gino, Miyu Yamashita, Minji Lee, third. Ryo Takeda, fourth. Nelly Korda, fifth. I mean, they had a problem last year with building star power.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think a men's and women's TGL could definitely help that. Definitely.
I think if you're not going to do a co-ed format, I think you almost have to do it as like a double header. You've got the women go either before the men or after the men. And then what I think you have to do to get eyes to continue to hold people, right, is you have to have, when the men are playing, you have to have the women that are kind of there giving hot takes. Maybe they're doing a little bit of the commentating, and then flip it, right? So when the women are playing, it's the men doing the same thing to really kind of gain eyes onto it. But I think if you bury them on another night, like you see with a lot of some of their rounds, you might as well not even invest the money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I said this last year, but perfect TGL would be big PGA Tour star, rising PGA Tour star, big LPGA Tour star, and then a YouTube golfer or a celebrity. You do a 4v4, you can still have the same cities or whatever. You can pull celebrities from that city. Steph Curry would be, I mean, he wouldn't do it because he's in the season right now, but I mean, that'd be insane. And just do it like that. Like, that would be that would be must watch TV.
Yeah. And then honestly, and I know they're not going to do it because of the betting, but I would love it if it was post-produced. You could watch it in an hour. You're not burning an entire night on that.
Yeah, I mean, they said it was supposed to be quicker, but I mean, I guess like if it was, well, yeah, I mean, if it was more exciting, like 2 hours wouldn't be that bad. But I think you're right, Mike. Like, hour and a half, like after that, you're losing people.
Yeah. I'd really rather watch a good college basketball game.
Yeah. Madison, I want you to talk about Kapalua. What's going on over there?
Nothing.
All right. Okay, cool. No, you're right. Yeah, nothing is going on.
Nothing is going on there.
How long ago was it when they pulled the tour event? It was like 2 months ago or
September, I think.
Wow. So
yeah,
it's a really long time ago.
They're doing 150 rounds a day there now on the plantation course.
It looks so good. It honestly,
it really
looks like night and day. You would have thought that course
pure.
would have been dead for years, and then they another picture pops up from the other day, and you're like, oh,
yeah. But I mean, they did the right thing. They had the fact. They were presented with the facts. They didn't know what was going to happen. You had you can't really move it. I feel like that's one of the tournaments where you just kind of have that tournament is known for being in Hawaii. It's not one that you can just go play in, San Diego or somewhere in California. Um, Unfortunately, the course bounced back really, really well, and we're starting a week later at Sony. So
Do you think there's any truth to the tinfoil hat conspiracy that this is a way to get rid of the Hawaii swing? Like next year, they can get rid of Waialae. They can start in California. They're already talking about cutting down the number of events. You could just take a lot 2 right off at the top.
I don't think so. From what I've heard, I feel like the players really enjoy taking their families out there. It's a nice vacation. Um, Kapalua is a guaranteed no cut money event for them. Then obviously you stick around and play the Sony. I would be shocked if we weren't going to Hawaii for the next 5 years.
I think that's fair. I mean, it's one of those things you get it on the West Coast. I think you could still do it. I mean, obviously the idea behind it is you're kind of easing everybody back into the season. You're sliding into some prime time slots, just to kind of get a couple extra eyes that you may not if you're broadcasting your prime times are 1:00 on a Saturday on the East Coast. Where you don't have that much daylight, so you're doing a million other things. So I think it stays out there. I'd be surprised if it moves.
So if they're serious about cutting the schedule, let's pull up the 2026 schedule. What are you cutting? So you're saying Sony staying 2, because if you're gonna do Kapalua, if you're gonna send everything out there, you might as well do another one.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Whew, man,
How about Amex? We keeping this?
gone. It's actually perfect because you can make the argument just like you would, like the NFL teams going overseas. Like I feel like they usually get a bye week when they travel back to the mainland. So yeah, you cut the American, give them a week off,
Okay.
and you first event on the mainland is Farmers.
Farmers.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Phoenix isn't going anywhere.
Nope, neither is Pebble.
Neither is Pebble. Neither is Riv.
Gone.
So now we're done with California. We're coming to Florida.
Yeah, it's gone. See ya.
Madison, are you keeping the Cognizant?
No, I mean,
See ya.
Argue for the bear trap, Madison.
no, I'm basing it off of the previous
Tell
winner.
us we need the bear trap.
No,
Oh, Joe Highsmith, what did he do?
Joe Highsmith.
no, I don't think you need it.
Hey, Joe Highsmith is my fellow Aussie hat guy, so
Yeah,
gotta show some love there. All right, so Cognizant's on.
Yep.
You're not getting rid of Bay Hill.
You're not getting rid of Puerto Rico because it's
It's an opposite.
Is it?
Yep, thank
Is
you.
the same dates as
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This tournament in Ponte Vedra Beach. I mean, I guess we still have it.
That's not elevated?
Yeah, it is.
Where?
It's
Right there.
25 million.
Oh my, wait.
The purse.
Go to the
The
top.
$25 million
Go back to
purse.
Bay Hill. Go back to Bay Hill. Signature.
The players. 25 million.
But why doesn't it have the little logo?
750
Because
FedEx
it's
Cup
not
points.
it's not a signature event. It's the 5th major.
It's the 5th major. It might be
Man.
the 4th major, actually.
Nah, come on. You got it ahead of the
Hold on,
PGA.
go back up to the AP.
Sorry to do that. Sorry to do that to your PGA brethren there, Sterling.
Yeah, so see, the AP is only worth 700 FedEx Cup points.
No, but I
The players
know
is
you guys
750.
see the signature event, like that little logo right
Yes,
there.
yes,
Like,
yes.
why would it not?
I know.
All right.
They're trying
So,
to. They're saying the players is elevated above the elevated events.
Mm.
All
So here's the
coming
thing.
down-
Yeah. Here's the thing with Valspar, Texas, Houston Open, and the Valero. I think you need to keep at least one of these, because then the next thing after Valero is the Masters.
Is the Masters.
Um,
I say I love Valspar. I love Innisbrook. That
yeah,
tends to put guys in a blender. Same with Memorial Park. I can do without San Antonio.
yeah, I'm right there with you. I think you move Houston into the Valero spot. You get rid of that March 26th through the 29th. That way you give guys an option to play Memorial Park, which they always talk about is very similar to what you would see at Augusta. And then yeah, you roll right into the Masters. A tournament unlike any other. One day, Madison.
Someday you'll get to go. So RBC, that's not going anywhere. Zurich.
I think you leave it just
It's a
because
team event.
it is the only team event. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's new this year. The
We're
Cadillac.
going back to Doral. Yep. We're going back to Doral. Quail Hollow's not going anywhere, like it or not.
Yeah.
And then Myrtle Beach, again, is an opposite field.
Yeah.
The fifth major, the PGA Championship.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the season, like you're into the season, right? So like you've had Augusta, everyone's watching golf now. I really do think all of these tournaments are going to stay.
Yep. Then we've got the CJ Cup Byron Nelson at the all-new TPC Craig T. Nelson Ranch. Can't wait to see what Lanny's done with that. You can bomb this from low Earth orbit, as far as I'm concerned. That is not necessary. Yeah, Colonial. We're keeping Colonial. Jack's Place. You're not getting rid of that. The Canadians, I suppose, have to have a tournament.
Yep. Can we get tournaments out of New York? Almost cursed. I'm sorry.
What?
We need to get rid of tournaments in New York. I actually don't know. Is Southampton like?
Yeah.
Is that going to be crowded?
So Southampton's Long Island, but Shinnecock versus Bethpage is kind of like CCV versus Windy Hill. Yeah. Different clientele.
Shinnecock being CCV?
Yeah.
No, right, but I'm talking like as far as like getting in and out of the tournament for a spectator, like as a spectator.
It's still gonna. Oh, it's gonna be just as bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it's gonna be a mess.
I don't even know how to say this without sounding like I'm bragging or anything, but like now that I'm a PGA member, like I want to go to these kind of events, but like I know it's gonna be a pain getting in and out of these things.
Mm-mm.
And like it's so much of a pain, it's not even worth going to.
If you're going to this, you're signing up for
Yeah.
long lines, waiting for shuttles, all kinds of fun stuff like that.
Man, shout out JJ Spawn. Crazy that we weren't even doing a podcast then, but that man's got a major.
Yeah, I know, it's nuts. So we're keeping the Travelers.
Mm-hmm.
John Deere.
Keep it.
John Deere. I think you got to keep it.
It's a classic.
Yep, it truly is. The Genesis Scottish. Yeah, that's not.
Might be
anywhere.
the most important tournament on the calendar.
Okay, say more.
Most important non-major, non-fifth major tournament.
Yeah.
In terms of getting your game ready. Yeah, for sure.
Agree with that. The ISCO that same week. I mean, this isn't even a signature event. I do not know why you need another
Opposite
tournament
field?
the same week. Opposite
I mean,
field
it's
in Kentucky.
you're only going to Genesis if you're playing in the Open. I actually would love to see how many guys go to the Genesis and then don't play in the Open.
I'm sure it's next to nobody.
Yeah.
So you're saying we got to have the ISCO because we got to have something for people to play in over here?
No, I mean, I guess you still could get rid of it. You don't have to have anything over here.
Then we move into the Open, and then you've got Corrales Punta Cana that same week. I mean, you know what I could see, honestly? You could get rid of 3M and Rocket for me, and you could move this so
Get
that
rid of
they're
all
not
three of those.
overlapping. Or
Get
you
rid
could
of all
get rid
three
of
of
all
those for me.
You could get rid of
Give
all
me
three
the
of those.
Open.
Yep.
And then call it Last Chance U. Change it from the Wyndham to just Last Chance to get last chance to earn your card for next year. Last chance to get into the playoffs. I wouldn't mind going back to a 4 playoff like series. I don't think it's Wyndham. I don't think that's the first round. What did it used to be? They used to do like the Barclays. Then they did.
There was a Northeast. Yeah, so there was Barclays up in the Northeast that kind of bounced around between like Liberty National and TPC Boston and Plainfield Country Club up in New Jersey, which is awesome, and would love to see more professional golf up there. But yeah, I think that if you got rid of a lot of these types of events, you could do a fourth. You could do a fourth playoff event.
Yep. And then you leave all those until the Tour Championship.
Yep. And then after the Tour Championship, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Oh wait, President's Cup. Where are we going?
President's Cup this year, Medina. Yeah, are you going?
I get it, but that's another one. Like Chicago. I don't know, Mike. It's like I love golf tournaments. It's just in my brain. I don't love being around all those people. So who knows?
You want a more intimate experience,
right? Like
just you.
I want every week to just be Augusta. Like, is it that hard?
Yeah, I mean, really, can't they just they just make that happen?
I mean, like, really, like, think about it. Like, Augusta, you park on site, walk through the gate, you're in.
Yeah, it's the greatest sporting event I've ever attended. Madison, maybe someday you'll.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Oh, jeez. Do we even need to go through the rest of the schedule?
No, I don't think. You know what? The Bank of Utah, the Black Desert is awesome. That is low key, kind of sick. And
Xander won last year.
Yeah, in Japan.
Wow, I do not remember that at all.
Yep. Bermuda's also kind of crazy with the wind.
Yeah.
They'll get 40, 50 mile an hour winds. And watching that was actually a lot of fun. Watching Adam Schenk hit, 130-yard 4-irons.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot like Sunday over at Belmont. I was doing similar things, not having the same results. Not even close.
Do you want to get into our tournaments for the year?
For 2026?
Do we want to?
I haven't really made out my schedule yet. I'm still kind of, trying to find some slots on the calendar and stuff. We can talk.
Well, I think he was hinting at going back and recapping 2025.
Recapping 2025.
And I'm going to be honest, folks.
I've already forgotten 2025.
2025. So, I mean, a lot happened for me in 2025. Got a new job over at Belmont Golf Course now. And golfing-wise, tournament-wise, worst year I've had since I was a junior in high school. It's been rough. Haven't had a lot of time to practice. Practicing isn't the number one thing on my mind right now. So yeah, I'm still in it. I'm still in a slump. So I'm gonna start practicing more. God, I sound like Madison Hill from 2023. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna start practicing more. I'm gonna start playing in tournaments again.
Yeah, I mean, you had a big change. You had a big change this year. You played pretty well at the U.S. Open qualifier, didn't you?
Yeah, that was it. Used up all my juices on that one tournament, and I was sucked dry after that.
If you're going to play well in something, I know, would you miss by a shot or two?
No.
It wasn't. It wasn't that much. It wasn't an incredible amount. I think we only missed by.
I think it was
4.
6.
No, I thought it was 4. 4 to get
I thought
into.
2 under got you into a playoff. I shot 3 over.
I don't remember.
I shot 3 over. I don't think 1 under got you into a playoff. I think 1 under was an alternate. 2 under was in a playoff.
It was
Mike, but I played great.
It was the worst outing of my life.
It was the worst outing of your life?
I was soaked head to toe. And Sterling refused on some of the
told
holes.
Me about that.
Refused to carry his own umbrella. So then I'm carrying 2 open umbrellas plus the golf bag. Looking like an idiot out there.
Wait. I refused to carry my own open umbrella.
Yes. I'd be like, hey, you.
What hole?
After the par 3, the par 4 by the water near the clubhouse. Then we went to the par 3, and then it started downpouring on that par 4. And I'm like, here you go, here's your umbrella. And you're like, no, and just kept walking off. So then I trying to pick up the bag. I've got my open umbrella, your open umbrella, and trying to put it all together and walk down there and keep up with Sterling, of course.
Wait, so it really didn't start raining until we hit that par 5, the double dogleg left?
It was off and on most of the day.
Man, okay. I apologize.
You were locked in.
Actually, I shouldn't complain about my 2025 results because there was one tournament, there was one weekend circled on the calendar. One weekend, and we did it. We made it happen. The last chance we had, Rita and I won the father-child.
Where was I there?
Remember you being there.
It's just I got no idea. I don't where was I in 2025?
You were at Belmont working, running, directing the golf.
I don't remember that. Congrats.
You're dealing with dogs and all kinds of stuff. I mean,
oh jeez. Did I tell you about that, Madison?
Yeah, I was there. That was when we were fitting you for your snowboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Mike for sticking up for me. Yeah.
We'll leave that one. Other than that, though, it was a tough. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Hang on. There was one other highlight that Madison and I both had.
Yep.
What is this?
A little event that the group that became the No Laying Up Roost that we threw last year.
Yep.
We played.
This where you went to like Windy Hill and then did okay.
Yep.
We started in Farmville.
Yeah.
We started in Farmville at Wedgwood. We played 9 at Wedgwood, 9 at Amelia Country Club. We played the lake course at Windy Hill, and then the shootout was on the par 3 course. And Madison and I took the title.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats.
Yep.
So the more I think about it, actually, I had some decent showings. Maybe not in the RVA Open or the Battle of the Bell.
Sorry, that rough was
That was a tough scene.
I almost quit golf that day.
That was a tough scene. Thought you were gonna. I really thought you were gonna walk off the golf course.
dog, and my super goes the rough's not even long. He goes, it's not a length issue, it's a density issue. I said, I don't know what the issue is, but we got to do something because people are hitting their ball 2 feet off the fairway and they can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a ball sinks to the bottom issue.
Yeah, it was insane.
I thought that was funny.
I was getting so frustrated. I just remember I'd hit it and I'd watch it and I'd be like, oh, that's not bad. I could see it. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. Then we get up there and we couldn't find it. And that drive back to the tee box, I was fuming every single time.
Thought you were going to break a club. I really thought you were going to break a club. And honestly, I would not have. I do not condone violence against golf clubs, but I would not have blamed you one bit.
It was insane. I've never experienced something so frustrating as that. It's just losing a ball just as it trickles into the rough. Now I understand if I blast it into the trees or throw it in the hay somewhere, sure, that's on me. But literally just a yard off the fairway and it's gone. Can't find it.
You're better off being in the trees because there's no grass growing under the trees.
Should have been the play that day.
It's that 2 feet off the fairway. That was difficult.
The real open.
Really
I think they were calling it.
Yes.
The real open. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah, for 2026, we're gonna try again for the U.S. Open. We're gonna try again for the State Open. Anna is entering her PGA. She's almost done with her LPGA, and she's starting her PGA. So now having her as a best ball partner is going to be a game changer. So I'm really looking forward to that.
She's still going to play in our tournaments and beat up on all of us.
Yeah, it was a tough look. I tried to explain to her without saying don't win. But yeah, I guess she didn't understand.
She's I love Anna. She's all gas, no brakes.
100%.
But she's a competitor, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I absolutely respect that. Oh my God. So yeah, this is going to be the first time. God. I think I've played in every U-Crops father-child they've had. This is going to be the first time I'm not playing in it.
Any reason why?
Both my kids have aged out.
Oh, is there even an age?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yep. Yeah, last year was the last year that Rita was age eligible.
And you only play with your daughters?
I don't have any other kids. I mean, not that I know of. Maybe if someone shows up unannounced.
So we'll swap you out with Madison, right, Madison?
Yeah. Come on, Madison. It's your turn.
Yeah. There is a Little Bell, or not a Little Bell, a Discovery Course division.
Yeah.
Played in that for years.
We'll see how that goes.
Played in it for years. It was super fun.
Well, speaking of seeing how things go, switching gears here, Mike, are you a skier or a snowboarder by chance?
I used to be a skier.
Well,
I'm debating whether I get back into it or not.
We're gonna get our buddy Sterling out on the slopes here pretty soon. See what he's made out of.
Oh, is it gonna happen?
Yeah.
When are we going?
Soon. I was actually gonna text you and see. I've got to go to West Virginia potentially next week. I was gonna see if maybe you take a day off or so. We'll take you out to snowshoe and really throw you to the wolves.
Can I get my feet wet at Wintergreen first?
Snowshoe's got a bunny slope.
Trails of snowshoe.
Wait, hang on. So are we not going this weekend?
We may still go this weekend. I got to check the weather. You got to check the slope report.
It's gonna be 47 and cold.
Yeah, but you got to see what the snow looks like.
Got to see if there's snow.
You excited?
I just need one lesson. I'm very excited. I'm the kind of person where like I get into things like pretty hard, but I need a lesson. So like I can't. I would have gone last weekend if I
It would have been
knew what I was doing.
It would have been miserable. I'm telling you, I've been.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't. I have no experience, so I would have been fine.
Yeah, did you go recently, Madison? Was I seeing?
Yeah, we went in December. We went up to Massanutten. It was crazy. It was, I mean, obviously the first time that in my recent memory that they've had snow in December. So it was good. Good time.
Pretty crazy. I'm looking at Wintergreen right now. Ugh. They don't have Big Acorn open. I mean, they got the lift open, but they don't have Big Acorn or Sunrise open. That stinks. Half the Highlands isn't open.
I think Sterling's going to be sticking on the Bunny Trail.
Oh, he's going to be on Dobie. I know.
Yeah, Upper and Lower Dobie.
Potato Patch.
Yeah, Potato Patch.
He's going to be on Potato Patch, and then graduate to Dobie.
I can't wait to just get out there and take my ripstick experience and just shred it up. Like,
so
are you going to
ski or snowboard?
Snowboard. Madison gave me his old snowboard, so saved me a bunch of money there. I mean, I have experience riding boards, so I'm gonna get out there. I'm like, all right, cool, I got it. He's gonna be like, wow, you did a lot better than I thought you were gonna do.
I hope so.
Over or under on percentage of time that Sterling is on his butt.
I think
I'll give you the number.
I think
my friend sent me a number. Hang on.
I think our good friend Peyton asked that same question.
Oh, has Peyton set the line?
Let's see.
I think he has.
Tell me what the line is.
27 and a half times on bun.
Oh, that's 27 and a half falls?
Yeah.
8-hour session?
8-hour pass.
Session.
8-hour pass. I don't know if we're going to be out there for the whole 8 hours.
I think I'm still taking the over. Sorry, Sterling. I'm still taking the over. Madison, how many times did they stop the lift?
So many.
Wait, what?
So when
said so many.
When people fall off the lift or like get tangled up or fall, they have to stop the lift because they can't keep dumping people off right on top of you. So they got to stop the lift.
On top of you, yeah.
Yeah. Sterling asked me the question, and I was telling him about getting on and off the lift. He was like, "You think I need to get on the lift for the first time? I thought I could just like stay on the bunny hill. Like I won't even need to get on a lift."
I mean, he had videos of his.
You got to get up the bunny hill somehow.
He had videos of his daughter like riding around and whatever. I don't think she went on the lift.
She did not.
Did she?
Nope.
All right. Like, what are we talking about?
Oh, was this at Massanutten or
this was at Massanutten, that little area down by the bottom where you can kind of walk up.
They have a magic carpet, don't they?
No, this one, it was just you can walk up. I mean, it's maybe like 20 yards. Yeah, you just walk up and then just
that really flat part.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll master that, and then we'll go on the lift.
The lift can be the trickiest part, figuring out how to get on and off of the lift.
I think getting on is going to be no problem. We'll be getting on.
You say that. You say that. I saw about 24 people just absolutely lay out and eat it trying to get on the lift.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you just let it hit your knees and then fall back into it?
They didn't even make it out of the corral.
You got to get up to the chair first. And that can be the hardest part.
It doesn't just scoop you out of line.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like there's a
It's
little
that, like,
line,
yeah, it's at like
and
10
then you walk like
yards.
10 feet
You don't walk.
to like the red line or whatever.
It's more than 10 feet and you don't walk.
Oh, yeah, you do the little back foot push slide thing.
Sure.
You're gonna hold my hand. I'll be fine.
Madison, I'm just thinking of like when Rita was really little and getting off the lift. I'd just grab the back of her jacket
yeah.
because she'd always lean back. Just inevitably she'd lean back. So I just got used to, like, I had to have her on my right so I could get her with my right hand. Poles in my left hand, her jacket in my right hand. I just grab her and throw her. So she'd wipe out, but she'd wipe out forward in front of the chair because I got sick of them having to stop it for us. I'm already, like, as I'm coming in, I'm telling the lifties, like, no, slow it down, slow it down.
Yeah, some of those.
I'm like pointing at her. I'm pointing at her and I'm like, slow it down. So when you're riding with Sterling, do the same thing. Point at Sterling and like, no, slow it down.
Some of those long lifts, like those speed lifts, those things come around. I mean, if you're not paying attention, they'll take your knees out from underneath of you. And that's what I'm worried about with Sterling. I'm just going to tell everybody in line and be like, listen, I'll just ride with him. Y'all stay back. You take the next chair. Like, we're good.
How many African Americans are going to be out there?
There'll be some.
I don't know the diversity of Massanutten or Wintergreen.
When you were out there last, how many did you see?
Couldn't tell you. It was cold and a lot of people had masks and goggles on. So your guess is as good as mine.
Valid. That's valid.
Take lots of pictures, please.
Oh, I told him I was going to document it. We're going to do a documentary about it.
I mean, I got a GoPro and like I have a helmet mount and everything, so
here's the one thing I'll tell you about.
So that'll be your point of view, but I want to see Madison's point of view watching you.
Here's my one piece.
He better be holding my hand. I just like, you think I'm kidding?
My 2 cents on wearing a GoPro is if you're going to wear a GoPro, you should be good, because if not, then you're just going to be on the ground. Like, all you're going to see on the GoPro is just you quickly approaching the snow.
Face plant.
But I feel like that'd be funny.
Face plant.
Yeah, maybe.
And I got to applaud you for snowboarding. I never liked the idea of being locked onto the board.
Like I said, I have no experience, so I'm only going to know locked into the board. So.
It's going to be good. We got his bindings fit to him. Was that Friday? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be disappointed if we don't go this weekend, because you told me last weekend it rained. We didn't go.
It's Virginia. It always rains.
The question is, how long do you want to be out there for?
All day.
He says this now.
I said,
like I said, you show me like some tricks. Not like tricks, but like like you show me
the biggest trick is going to be staying
tips
upright.
and tricks. Yeah, show me how to actually ride. I'll stay out there all day and figure it out.
Listen, let's go to the park. Let's make it a real fun day.
The what?
Park.
Yeah, we'll go to the park. We'll hit some jumps, couple rails, finish it off with a nice box. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Have I? Or is Madison?
That was more from Madison, but can you hit jumps right now? When was the last time you got airborne on a snowboard?
I mean, I did a little jump when we were there this last week, but I mean, going on the big jumps, no, I'm old. Like a crash now is hospital. I'm going down in the sled. They're carrying me down there. When I was younger, yeah, I'd do it.
I wish we could dig it up. When I was in Colorado with Lucia, God, this was like 2015 now. and we were in a park, and I was on one. It wasn't a rail. It wasn't like a round rail, but it was kind of like a, long flat one. And I tried to just like style it a little bit, just kind of like slide, just kind of skid my skis out to the side coming off it. And Lucia's got a great video of me just absolutely eating it.
Yeah, that'll be me. It is what it is. I gotta start somewhere.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
I
Sterling,
can
you
already
have to understand
tell.
this is fun for us, because you're so much better at golf than we are, and we get to see that on a regular basis. It's nice for the two of us to be better than you at something.
Well, hopefully we are.
For now.
He says
For now.
his skills with the ripstick are going to help him. Mike, can you throw up a picture of a ripstick? I just want to make sure our listeners understand what a ripstick is here, because I'll be honest, I had no idea what it was.
It's
Basically a snowboard.
So you're talking about one of these things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
can't
have
see
anything
it.
up yet.
I know, but there is no. Yeah.
You're
I mean,
talking
that's
about
just
this
it.
thing?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, you move it, right? When you propel it.
Yeah. Click video right there. I mean, are we gonna get copyrighted for showing a video?
Yeah,
I know,
probably.
But yeah.
Similar to a skateboard in
Ever
quotes.
see one of the
In quotes.
So there's no snow, and you're not locked into the thing.
Nope. But I feel like the movement's gonna be pretty similar.
That is, yeah, do that movement on the snow.
Obviously, that's how you move. But like when you go to turn, look at that. See that?
I hope so.
Madison, I don't see any edges on this thing.
Right there.
Mm.
Look at how the wheels move, though.
Yeah. I'm
I don't
convinced.
know. I mean, obviously,
It's exactly the same, just completely different.
Let's ask Sean White. I'm sure he would agree with you.
who's that?
Sean White?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I know who that is.
For the people
Yeah.
who don't know.
Yeah. Like I said,
Oh
we'll
my
see.
God.
We'll find out.
I-
27 and a half.
I can't wait to see this.
Come out and join us. The more the merrier. Is your wife going to come?
You're talking to me? Oh, yeah. I mean, I hope so.
I don't think my wife's coming. She hates snow sports.
Hopefully. She got all new gear this year.
That she got for herself?
Yep.
Or did you get it for her? Okay. All right.
She decided she was going to snowboard this year, so she got all new gear. So
Well, she already had her one-on-one lesson, so I'm going to still need you to hold my hand.
don't hold hands, but I will listen. I will be cheering you on. It'll be fun.
All right.
I think we may need to live stream this.
Ooh. Well, let me like at least get one session in. What are we talking about? Live stream this? Come on now.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh man.
We'll see how it goes for sure. I'm excited to see how he does.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Sterling, you're gonna have a great time.
I just hope I come back in one piece.
As long as you don't break anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this could be the end of the tournament season before it even starts.
Yes. Yep. I do not play in the state open back-to-back years. Yep. Pick up snowboarding. But yeah, I'm excited. Alrighty, episode 71. We have anything else, gentlemen?
I think that covers it. We got to leave some more for episode 72. Whenever that happens.
Whenever that happens, yeah. I guess we'll talk offline. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in to episode 71 of the 2-in-1 Golf podcast. I'll say this. It will not be another year for episode 72. Yeah, we appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure to head over to YouTube, which I guess that'll be our next step, is getting a new YouTube video out. I think the last thing we put out was Madison and like the ball picker upper. What was that video?
That wasn't the last one, I don't think.
What was the last video?
Sure.
I don't really know.
Yeah, the Gimme Pro.
Oh, maybe it was.
It was.
What's the date on that one, Mike?
That is 8 months ago.
Not quite a year.
Yeah, I did the members mark
Mm,
video, and then you did the Gimme Pro.
Maybe we'll do the Amazon ball.
that's true. I've got a dozen of
Maybe.
them.
Trackman will be.
Yep.
Trackman will be back up at the Tattersall. We'll reserve that for an hour and do a ball review.
We got a new Max Fly, the 2025 model.
Okay. We'll bring Ben Griffin on for that one.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hop on.
Gotta
Yeah.
have them.
A lot of fun stuff.
This has been episode 71 of the 2-in-1 Golf Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to YouTube. Not going to say anything about X. I think we still have a TikTok. Share it with your friends. You all have, I was going to say a good night, but depending on
Follow
when
us
you're
on
listening to
Instagram.
this. Yeah, we do have an Instagram. Yep. Instagram is back. Appreciate you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.
We got to get better at that.